Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have with us today two exceptional individuals who will be guiding us through this meaningful event. Please join me in welcoming our Master of Ceremonies, Simran and Larissa. Simran is from Pakistan working with Lutheran Family Services, and Larissa is from Ukraine working with the Ukrainian of New Mexico. Their dedication and passion for supporting refugee communities make them the perfect host for today's program. Let's give them a warm round of applause as they take the stage.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Dobry вечер. Buenos dias. Buenas tardes. That's the limit of my languages at this time. I hope you know why we're here today. We are here today because of you, because all the refugees who came here to make this country richer and more beautiful and diverse. We want to welcome you to the World Refugee Day. On World Refugee Day, we honor and celebrate those who are rebuilding their lives here in the United States and thank American people for their hospitality. The theme of the year for this refugee celebration is focused on solidarity with refugees for a world where refugees are welcomed. World Refugee Day is an annual global observance that is dedicated to raising awareness of the plight of refugees worldwide. Refugees need solidarity. Worldwide, 120 million people are displaced and living day to day without safety. Solidarity means keeping our doors open, celebrating their strength and achievements, and reflecting on the challenges they face. Solidarity with people who forced to flee also means finding solution to their plight, ending conflicts so they can return safely home. Solidarity ensures they have opportunity to thrive in the communities that have welcomed them. Also, to provide countries with the resources they need to include and support refugees. Thank you, everybody, for being here today.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome. We're going to start with some housekeeping items. So the vendors, everybody, business vendors, local vendors, organizations are in those tents. We have our art display and artwork for children and families to draw on that side. We'll be having food at 6:10. Before you're going to have to check in. Please get a ticket from there, and the food will be served over there as well. We're going to have a DJ, we're going to have fashion show, we're going to have some cultural performances. And then the restrooms right on that side of you, on the left. Now, we're going to introduce, please join us in welcoming our first set of speakers. As I state your name, please proceed to the stage and have a seat right here. And then we'll go from there. Matthew Wellen. Sonia Lara. Patricia Pinon. Joanna. Dr. Cooper. our loveliest Beatriz, Muhammad Ismail, Mr. Fareed Sharifi, and Khadija. If you could please just take 5 minutes and introduce yourselves and speak just a little bit, and then you can come up over here, one by one. So we'll start with Mr. Matthew.
Well, welcome everybody, and first and foremost, congratulations to everybody that has become a citizen of the United States of America. My name is Matthew Whalen. I'm the Deputy Chief Administrative Officer for the City of Albuquerque. I'm here on behalf of Mayor Tim Keller. He couldn't be here today, but I'm going to read a few things, and then I'm going to make a proclamation that the mayor has set forth for World Refugee Day. So I just want to say that I'm so happy and so proud that you guys have chosen this country to be a part of. And on top of that, there's so many things. I grew up in a little town called Mesquite, New Mexico, which is 30 miles from the border of Juarez, Mexico. And it was what they would call a cebollero town because they had onion fields, and that's where the cebolleros would pick, and they had onion sheds. And so my great-grandparents came from Mexico. On top of that, I have another thing that's really special and near and dear to my heart. My wife, her dad is from Ethiopia, and so her mom's from Louisiana, she's from Ethiopia, so he was a refugee as well. So I think this is such an important day, and I'm so glad that you guys took the time to come here, to be a part of this, and we welcome you and we thank you. And like I said, I'm here on behalf of Mayor Tim Keller, but before we go forward, there's one thing we always have to recognize. We always recognize the 19 pueblos and the 4 nations that have been stewards of this land since before statehood. They took care of this land before we became a state. They continue to take care of this land as we continue to move forward. We love building relationships to our indigenous communities, but the city also acknowledges the forced labor of over 12 million enslaved African Americans violently taken from their homelands and ended up here in America and this has become their home. We thank you because this country was built by so many people, so many different types of races, so many different types of nationalities. And from this city standpoint, we recognize all of that. And we will always do what we can do to stay an immigrant-friendly city. Congratulations to the 77 citizens naturalized today. Albuquerque welcomes about 250 refugees every year. Most of us will never know what refugees experience. For those of us that were born in this country, I used to make a statement all the time, and this was the statement I've made, and I've made it throughout my life. If I was born 35 miles that way, my life would have been completely different because I would have been born in a country where there's other things that happen, and they don't have the rights, the privileges, and the things that we have in this country. So when you become a naturalized citizen, we welcome you. And I think about that all the time. I would never disregard anybody who comes from another country, and neither will this administration. Mayor Tim Keller, this is something very near and dear to his heart. Albuquerque has a history with being welcoming to immigrants. In 1680, we offered protection during the Pueblo Revolt, because that's who we've been and that's who we are. Albuquerque Public Schools launched a refugee program in 2019. Albuquerque aids over 100 asylum seekers during Holy Week since 2019. We've received over 200 Afghan refugees since 2021. And recently, our city council tried to take that away from us of being a refugee-friendly city. But guess what? It failed because we worked tirelessly to make sure that you guys will always be able to call Albuquerque your home as long as you're here and you're with us. We have the Office of Immigrant and Refugee Affairs. It started in 2016, and its mission is to improve the lives of immigrants and resettled refugees living in Albuquerque. It works with several nonprofits. We will do everything we can to continue to move this forward and to make sure that you can always come here and call Albuquerque your home. We want to make sure that every person that is seeking the right to safety has the right to safety, and they can come here and feel safe. I grew up in a small town, like I said, in Mesquite, New Mexico, right by the border, 35 miles. And you may not be able to tell by the way I look, but I'm pretty young, but I'm pretty old. And I can remember lime green trucks pulling up to a park or pulling up somewhere, and the immigration would get out and just start arresting people and taking them back. That's not who we are as a city, and that's who we will never be as long as we're here. Albuquerque is a diverse city. We have a statement that's one Albuquerque, and one Albuquerque means it includes everybody. No matter what your race is, no matter where you come from, we are one Albuquerque. We're going to keep doing what we've always done. We provide compassion and support to all families. And for those of you, I only speak Spanish, I don't speak any other languages. For those of you that were sworn in today and got your certificates, you can always say, aquí me quedo, porque no tengo miedo, porque este es mi país y mi pueblo. That's who you are, and now this is part of your homeland. This land is your land, just like it's our land. So welcome. We're so proud of you. We're so proud of your families. And on that note, I'm going to read a proclamation from the mayor of the city of Albuquerque. It says, whereas World Refugee Day is recognized on June 20th each year and is an international day designated by the United Nations to honor refugees around the globe and celebrates the strength and the courage of people who have been forced to flee their home country to escape conflict or persecution. And whereas World Refugee Day was held globally for the first time June 20th of 2021 to commemorate the 50-year anniversary of the 1951 retailing to the status of refugees and was originally known as Africa Refugee Day. Before the United Nations General Assembly officially designated it an international day in December of 2020. And whereas refugees are people who have fled their country because they have a well-founded fear of persecution because of their race, religion, nationality, political opinion, or membership in a particular social group and are seeking asylum as a protected right and under the domestic and international law. And whereas more than 100 million displaced people have been forced from their home worldwide more than any time in recorded history, including 31 million refugees and 4.4 million people seeking asylum. And resettlement provides a safe haven when refugees can return home and rebuild their lives in the country. They fled due to lack of access of safety, shelter, health, and education or protection. And whereas on April 24, 2018, the city of Albuquerque passed Resolution 18-7 declaring Albuquerque as an immigrant-friendly city, establishing the city of Albuquerque as a welcoming city that celebrates the growing diversity of its residents and acknowledging that refugees, immigrants, and all newcomers enhance the culture and encourage this city. Whereas Albuquerque is home to a resettlement agency and multiple organizations serving refugees along with numerous educational institutions, faith communities, and civic organizations encouraging community members in Albuquerque to recognize the strength, the perseverance, and the accomplishments of their new American neighbors and reflect on the severity of the global refugee crisis. And now, therefore, on behalf of Mayor Tim Keller, the city of Albuquerque hereby proclaims June 20th, 2024 as World Refugee Day. Thank you for all the contributions you've given And thank you for the contributions going forward. We appreciate you, and we thank you for choosing Albuquerque to come and be a part of our community, because we are one Albuquerque.
Now I would like to call on stage Sonia Lara, the Director of Office and Equity and Inclusion.
Thank you, Deputy Whalen, and thank you everyone for coming. My name is Sonia Lara, and I am the Director of the Office of Equity and Inclusion, and it has been my honor today to share this time, this special moment with you and your families. I was sitting back there just overwhelmed by the commitment that you've made to become citizens and to, again, contribute your talents, your skills, your energy to making Albuquerque such a wonderful place. This event, it would not have been possible without our partners. I do want to take a moment and recognize Beatriz Valencia, who is our OERA liaison. She's done so much amazing work, and just the 10 days I've been in this role, she's been inspiring me with her work ethic and her passion for this community. So I just want to take a moment and thank you for that. Yes, you can give her a hand clap. I'd also like to thank the City of Albuquerque Arts and Culture, City of Albuquerque Civic Engagement Office, the APS Newcomers and Refugee Program, Catholic Charities, Lutheran Family Services, United Voices for Newcomers' Rights, UNM Hospital, Community Engagement Office, Vision Sankofa, Umoja, Centro Savila, New Mexico Asian Family Center, and Babel Translation Services. Can we give them a round of applause? Thank you for all that you've done, for being here and making this event so special. Now, the Office of Equity and Inclusion for the City of Albuquerque works to address disparities amongst the marginalized and to achieve equity across all populations in the city, and that includes the refugee and immigrant population, so we're here to serve you. The City of Albuquerque, we welcome you, as Deputy Whalen just mentioned, with open arms. Because someone can be a refugee for many reasons. They could be facing persecution because of their race, their religion, their nationality, gender, sexuality, political opinion, or because they're fleeing the effects of a natural or man-made disaster. We may never fully know the trauma that refugees experience in order to be able to create a safe life for themselves and for their families. But what we can do is advocate, and that's what we're here to do. We're here to advocate for the refugee community and to ensure that Albuquerque is a safe place for all who are looking for a place to land. We are working alongside our partner organizations, many of whom I just mentioned, and they're here today to make sure that all the community members, no matter where they come from, can live safely and freely. So once again, thank you for being here today, and we look forward to partnering with you in the future.
Patricia Pinon from Mexican Council in Albuquerque.
Thank you very much. Good evening. My name is Patricia Pinon. I'm the Consul of Mexico here in Albuquerque. First of all, congratulations to all my fellow nationals who today become U.S. citizens. As you know, Mexico recognizes the double nationality since 1997, and we are very proud of all those who acquire another nationality without losing the Mexican one. Welcome, and we are very, very, very proud of you. I want to tell you that I started my tour of duty here 20 days ago, and it is a true honor for me to be here at the World Refugee Day celebration. Besides thanking the City of Albuquerque, and in particular the Office of Immigrant and Refugee Affairs for this kind invitation, allow me to let you know that Mexico is today a country of origin, transit, and destination of migrants. Therefore, our government promotes a coordinated action among countries to reduce the external factors that contribute to an increase in forced migration. Through a solid consular network of Mexico in the United States, we have 53 offices abroad, just in the United States. We are the largest consular network of one country in another. We promote a whole series of services regarding documentation, consular protection, and community affairs services, among others, that aim to protect the rights of Mexicans community abroad. The Consulate of Mexico in Albuquerque has served our diverse community for a long period. This year, we celebrate 175 years since its opening. The Mexican consulate recognizes those who left their country in search of a better life. We are a strong partner not only in the struggle for the rights of our nationals, but also in complying with educate our community on the importance of complying the local law and being good citizens in our countries of destinations. In this regard, our broad Ventanillas programs offer health, finance, education, and a broad range of programs. The Mexican consulate identifies with the One Albuquerque initiative, as we believe in the power of building communities. We are only as strong as our partners, and we have very strong partners in this very vibrant community. Finally, allow me to honor once again our migrant and refugee population for their braveness and resilience. We applaud your force while recognizing your challenges. Consider the Mexican consulate your ally as you integrate into your new destination community, while keeping a significant part of your heart in your beloved country of origin. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Perfect, you're already on the stage, so that's good.
Good evening again. My name is Joanna Adabi. I'm the Field Office Director at USCIS Albuquerque. Again, congrats to all those who became U.S. citizens today. The services that our local office provides are interviews for green card applications, which is called adjustment of status if you're already in the U.S., and also the interviews for naturalization. So we do have a table under the big tent for those that are interested in becoming a U.S. citizen, like those who did today, earlier in the ceremony. We have resource materials for the 100 questions that you have to study, also for the English and the English test, reading and writing. We also have information for refugee and asylees. We have materials in different languages. We also have some information about avoiding scams. We also have the U.S. Constitution available as a resource as well. So we again thank those who seek USCIS for their immigration services and interviews, and you can meet some of the officers over there that you may have a future interview with. Thank you.
Dr. Cooper, the Chief Empowerment Officer.
Well, good evening. Hasn't it been a wonderful occasion thus far? We are so delighted to be with you. I'm excited, especially as your new Chief Empowerment Officer. I have the honor of working under the great leadership of Dr. Sonia Lara of the Office of Equity and Inclusion, and also leading Beatriz Valencia with the Office of Immigration and Refugee Affairs. And we just want to again celebrate our distinguished members who have received their naturalization today, and all of the refugees and citizens of Albuquerque. We want you to know that the city administration honors you, we welcome you, we value you, we see you, and we are here to serve you. For many years, since the inception in 2016, the Office of Equity and Inclusion has been here for the immigrant and refugee community. We've been here to help improve the lives of immigrants and help resettled refugees living in Albuquerque, doing things like providing language services, doing outreach and assistance with navigation of services. So I'm here to reiterate that we're ready to do that and much more. We are your partner in the community to help improve the quality of life, and we thank you for the privilege to serve you. Have an amazing evening.
Beatriz Valencia, Office of Immigrant and Refugee Affairs.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Beatriz Valencia, and I am the Office of Immigrant and Refugee Affairs Liaison at the City of Albuquerque. I want to thank every single one of you for being here today, and especially to all, also to our special guests like Mr. Whelan, Sonia Lara, our director, a consul from Mexico, Patricia Pinon, Miss Joanna from the USCIS, Miss Naina Cooper, Dr. Naina Cooper, and Mr. Farid Ismail and Kadisha, and of course, all of you. But I just wanted to tell you something very important. I'm an immigrant just like you. I came to this country 24 years ago. I didn't speak the language, and now I speak all the time. So I'm very privileged in that sense that I had the opportunity to learn a language as a second language. But many of the refugees who just arrived, they just need that support and that help. And that's why we have some of the nonprofits that are here present that bring those type of supports, apart of many other type of things that they could need, the immigrants and the refugees. So please, if you have some time later after we finish speaking, please go to the vendors and they will be able to find multiple resources. I also want to thank very much so all the organizations that put this event together. It's a list so big, but I know that Ms. Sonia Lara already mentioned some of these, but I want to mention also SerPro, who be able to donate us the water today. I don't know if Mr. Greg or the gentleman who was here is over here, but we want to say thank you. And also to Metro Security Chief Blackledge. I saw him around Civic Engagement. I don't know if he's still here, but I just want to say thank you. They provide the security for tonight. And Albuquerque Police Department, they sponsored all the languages for today's event. And that is around like 12 to 14 languages. So kudos to Albuquerque Police Department, especially Jocelyn Segovia that couldn't be here with us, but she did an amazing job to be able to help us and sponsor this event. So thank you everyone, and just embrace this beautiful event. And of course, Civic Engagement has helped us today in a wonderful way, and I saw Zoe, Pete, Nick, Mariah, and plus our team that is over there as well, Miss Flora and Vanessa. Thank you.
Mohammed Ismail.
Hello, hola, salam, marhaba, privet, jambo, maharo, bonjour, and welcome. Esteemed guests, family members, and members of our vibrant community, welcome. I have prepared a speech because I was so busy with the other stuff behind the scenes, so forgive me reading off of the paper. As a community member, as a chairperson for Office of Immigrant Refugee Affairs Steering Committee, I welcome you here. And it's an honor to stand here before you today on World Refugee Day, a day dedicated to recognize and celebrate the strength, courage, contribution of refugees around the world. And right here in our beloved city of Albuquerque. Today we gather not only to acknowledge the hardship and challenges faced by refugees, but also celebrate their remarkable resilience and rich contribution they bring to our community. Refugees come to our city carrying stories of survival, hope, and dreams for future, a better life. Their journey often marked with immense diversity, showcase of level of strength and determination that inspire us all. In Albuquerque, we are fortunate to witness firsthand the incredible ways in which refugees enrich the city. They bring diverse cultures, languages, and tradition, adding to the vibrant tapestry of our community. They contribute to our economy as entrepreneurs, workers, and consumers. They enhance our neighborhood as neighbors, friends, and active community members. Refugees embody the essence of resilience, overcoming obstacles and building new lives with unwavering hope and perseverance. I want to thank Mayor Keller's office. Your unwavering commitment to making Albuquerque a sanctuary city has provided a beacon of hope for many. Your office, yourself and your office leadership ensures that every refugee feels valued, supported, and for that we are deeply grateful. This event is one of the most diverse gatherings in the history of City of Albuquerque, if I'm not wrong. I urge Mayor Keller's Office of Equity and Inclusion, community partners to recognize our refugee community by providing a platform to celebrate their contribution every year. Our community partners have played an essential role in this journey. Institutions, local businesses have come together to provide vital services, support networks, and opportunities for refugees. This collaborative spirit ensures that we can offer comprehensive assistance from language access, job training, housing supports, and cultural integration programs. But today is not just about recognizing past achievements. It's about renewing our commitment to the future. This is a call to action for all of us to keep working together to ensure that every refugee in the community has an opportunity to thrive and represented in the city and the state leadership, as well as in the workforce. It's a reminder that our strength lies in our unity and ability to support one another. As we celebrate World Refugee Day today, let us reaffirm our dedication to building a city where diversity is cherished, where every individual is given a chance to succeed, and where the contributions of refugees are recognized and valued. Thank you for everyone who joined us today here. Your presence signifies a shared commitment, compassion, inclusion, and community. Together, we will continue to create a city where everyone, regardless of their background, can find a place to call home. Thank you.
Before we welcome our next speaker, we're going to play a little video over here about Lutheran Family Services.
I arrived in 2017.
I came in the United States like almost 8 years ago, in 2016.
I came to the United States in 2010 as a refugee.
I came with the health condition. My wife was with the health condition. She was suffering with lupus. One of the case manager, he received it at night, took us to our new home.
On the first day on the airport, it was 2 o'clock at night, and there was nobody. When we came downstairs, when we see our case manager, we saw like a light. You know, we got hope that someone. It's very nice that someone's there to help you.
LFS provided all the services. They arranged me and my wife for like medical, all the appointments.
Pues mi primer contacto con Lutheran lo tuve como a las 2 de la mañana cuando venía de mi país, y realmente ellos fueron como una familia para mí porque me apoyaron a tener un hogar, a comenzar de nuevo.
Kids started working. My daughter, she was doing 3 jobs because me and my wife was not able to work. So she was working from 6 in the morning till midnight and then study, and next day again the same routine.
It's a lot because I came as a refugee. I know all the struggle the refugee been through. So it makes me happy when I see the refugees achieving their goals.
Now refugee, either in a good condition or in a health condition or something, I can feel that pain. So I believe with that experience, I can serve them better because I have gone through each and every step.
I remember when I came to the United States and my case manager was in Catholic Church. He said to me, individual cannot win, teams do. In LFS, we are a team, so I do my part and another case manager do part and employment specialist do part. And when you put this part on, that you'll see the big picture and the clear picture. If you miss one part of them, the picture is not going to complete.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Fareed Sharifi. I'm the Program Director for Lutheran Family Services. It's truly a privilege and an honor to be here with all of you to celebrate such an important day. Lutheran Family Services, which is actually a 76-year agency, has been in the business of supporting families that are newly arrived, that have gone through hardships and many disasters time after time. The work that we do is so important. However, we cannot do that work without the support and of our communities that we work in. I wanted to just start by sharing a couple of statistics with all of you. Some of these numbers have already been shared with you, but as of the latest numbers from UNHCR, there are currently 120 million refugees that are seeking refuge in 130 countries. That is a significant number, a significant challenge that the world needs to face. However, as daunting as that number may seem, right here in our community, we can make a difference, as we have done time after time. Mr. Chris Whelan here generously, with the Mayor Keller's office, had shared that provided us with a proclamation here. And we are at Lutheran Family Services, we're extremely appreciative of the support of our community, our city, state, and county partners, and each and every one of you that have come here together time after time to celebrate refugees. It is in this effort that I will share just a couple things here with you, that the theme for World Refugee Day here, again, is solidarity with refugees, as has been said here. And in the words of Dalai Lama, compassion is truly the key to solving the refugee crisis. Refugees do not just need shelter, they need hope, they need opportunity. And here in our communities, that is exactly what we provide, is hope and opportunity. So I'm extremely thankful for all the support that all of you have provided to ensure that Albuquerque continues to be a welcoming place. And as Joanna had shared, in this ceremony here, we had members from 25 different countries. That is phenomenal. That is truly amazing. And I will also share with you that through Lutheran Family Services, within the last 2 years, we have resettled 810 individuals from 30 countries. And that is a testament to the diversity and the welcoming communities that we have here. So without further ado, I wanted to extend a sincere thank you to all of our colleagues that are up here, to the City of Albuquerque, Bernalillo County, State of New Mexico, and to all of you. Thank you for being here to celebrate this special day with all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Fareed. Before we invite Khadija, we would like to play a little video for Visions and Kofa.
Visions and Kofa was created by Khadija in order to empower, educate, and elevate the downtrodden, as we say.
To me, I feel like because it's an organization that helps out a lot. Most people, especially my people that I help, they come here when they be having some financial problems.
Our eligibility is truly low barrier, because if you're hungry, you don't want to have to come up with your birth certificate to get fed.
Visions and Kofa's long-term vision is to restore a sense of dignity or pride in the community amongst people.
It doesn't matter who you are, as long as you come to us and we have a way to help you, we'll still help you.
So here now at the Resource Center, we do life skills, we do job readiness. You have to reteach and re-educate people on the fundamentals of life, especially people who've been in the streets. We have a motto that we won't do anything for somebody else that we wouldn't do for ourselves. So that's one of the big things that I would want the community to understand. Like, this isn't, somebody just saying, hey, we're just here. No, we're here to make a real impact.
To be an all-around organization that truly help people become stewards of their life. as the saying goes, saving the best for last. That be me. Giving honor to God first and foremost for connecting us, all of us, and I really want to say welcome to America for all those who received their citizenship and those who are in the process. And when I say in the process, I'm talking to my African brothers and sisters. Vision Sankofa, truly acknowledge and appreciate you personally, because I didn't know anything about Africa until I started Vision Sankofa. And for that, I am grateful. I'd like to give a shout out to City Council person Nicole Rogers for fighting to keep the Albuquerque immigrant friendly. I would also like to say that it has been truly a pleasure to work for all of the refugees. We really got to meet a lot of the refugee families during the pandemic, and our organization didn't miss a beat on trying to help make sure that you understood what the pandemic really was about. I also would like to say thank you to the Office of Immigrant and Refugees Affairs. The present folks in there now are new because I was there before they were. And so I just want to say, I'm not really much on talking, I'm really more of a doer. But I just want to say thank you. But to my African families, when I was a little girl, there was a blues song my mom used to listen to. And it says, I may not have a cent to pay the rent, but we're gonna make it. I got your love and you know you got mine, so we're gonna make it. So enjoy this day. And one thing, before I go, I wanna say this. I'm really excited about today because it trails June 10th. So that was my Liberation Day. And also, this month makes Vision Sankofa 10 years old. So we still on the forefront, fighting for you, advocating for you, whatever it takes, as I always say, by the words of Malcolm X, any means necessary. We are here to help and assist all of the families. True enough, you know my preference go with my family, but anyone that comes through the door of Vision Sankofa is welcome as family. And on that note, I would like for you to enjoy the day, access all of the resources that in Albuquerque that's going to help your journey here in Albuquerque, in America. And no way should anybody say it's going to be easy. You're going to have some sleepless and crying nights, but you're going to make it. With that, have a good day.
Thank you, Khadija. I sincerely would like to thank you all for taking the time and sharing thoughtful words. We're having a lot of issues. So sorry about the technical difficulties. We're having too many today. But thank you so much. And now we will be having a couple of performances from our Ukrainian group, and then we will have a fashion show. But here in about 5 to 10 minutes, we will start with that. Thank you all. Please put your hands together to welcome our Ukrainian performers. Somebody needs please put your hands together to welcome our multicultural fashion show from South Asia and Middle East, hosted by Catholic Charities. Go ahead.
من مثل خودت پیدا نمیشه زبانم گنگه میشه اگر عاشق من باشی چی میشه بردی دل من پشت سرت دایی نگاه کن کمی شرم و حیا کن صدایم میکنی عشقم صدا کن بردی دل من مثل خودت پیدا نمیشه زبانم گنگه میشه اگر عاشق من باشی چی میشه بردی دل من پشت سرت دایی نگاه کن کمی شرم و حیا کن صدایم میکنی عشقم صدا کن الان من منتظر به پشت در بیا با هم بریم چکر دست من دور کمر تو که باشی تا سر نکن نپوشی پیرهنم بیا بچسب چفت کنم بوسه زن برگردنم لیلا مجنون کنم بردی دل من مثل خودت پیدا نمیشه زبانم گنگه میشه اگر عاشق من باشی چی میشه بردی دل من پشت سرت دایی نگاه کن کمی شرم و حیا کن صدایم میکنی عشقم صدا کن بردی دل من مثل خودت پیدا نمیشه زبانم گنگه میشه اگر عاشق من باشی چی میشه بردی دل من پشت سرت دایی نگاه
Friends, let's continue our celebration. And now we asking to come forward on the stage our next speakers. Bill Jetti and Isimbi, Mahusseini, Anna Levchuk, Rasul Abdelwahab, Rachel Marty, Richard Pierce. All right, thank you, everybody. We're going to start with our speakers right now, and we're going to start from first person on the that chair. Yeah, just come forward and introduce yourself so we can start our speakers to speak.
Okay, awesome.
So always pick the middle to be the safe side.
True. Hello everyone, my name is Said Mahusseini. I'm originally from Afghanistan but grew up in Turkey. About 9 years ago, I came to the US as a middle schooler. Learning English was no walk in the park, more like a hike up Mountain Everest. But I was passionate about it and persevered. Throughout high school and university, I kept busy with martial arts and community organizing. I graduated high school during one of the memorable times in history, 2020. You all know the class of 2020, the year we all graduated via drive-through. I never thought I'd say, I'll take a diploma with a side of fries, please. Then I went on to university, where I majored in biology and minored in business management and chemistry. It was a tough route, and there were times I wanted to give up, but I reminded myself of my dreams. I had to make sacrifices, like saying no to hanging out with my friends and focusing more on my education, the gym, martial arts, and community organizing. Now, I'm working at Loveless Heart Hospital, currently running on about 2 hours of sleep. And because I clearly enjoy torturing myself. I'm planning to go to medical school to become a doctor. I know we've all faced challenges, but let's remember to laugh at the absurdity of it all. If we can graduate through a car window, we can handle just about anything life throws at us. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Next. Good evening. My name is Dr. Billy Jetti. I am a native of Kenya. I want to tell you a little story that fits into the story of immigrants on this day as we observe the World Refugee Today. And my story, if you know anything about our country, Kenya, Kenya is known to export a lot of long-distance runners. So I figured one way I could tell my story is in trying to weave my story around running. So anyway, as immigrants, many of our stories are singular. I have interacted with many immigrants from other countries, and the common theme in these stories is how they had run from something to America. Perhaps war, a pandemic, hunger, or poverty. Several of us have had to live in 2, 3, or even 4 countries before settling in America. Now, let me tell you a little story of my own. I grew up in a village that borders a rainforest in western Kenya. The nearest town is called Kaimosi. To get to school, I would run and walk for about 6 miles one way and back at the end of the day. The town and the schools the town has schools and hospitals that were built by American French Quaker missionaries from early 1900s. My after-school program involved herding our only cow and a lamb around the forest I talked about. That was fun. I got to shoot handmade bows and arrows, hunted rabbits, and got entertained by monkeys, birds, and foxes, sometimes later in the evenings. American students would come to our village on study abroad programs every year. So we formed a bond with them, and they would tell us stories about America. Like every other kid, we were often mesmerized hearing about the great country of America. From elementary and high schools in the countryside, I was admitted to a university and found myself running to the capital city, Nairobi. Now, this is about 8 hours away from my home. Now, for the next 4 years, I ran in Nairobi for my undergraduate education. Upon graduation, I was so excited. My parents, uncles, siblings attended this graduation party in the city. And after that, what next? I needed a job, but could not find one for the next 2 years. Now, this is the story that is common amongst many youth with college degrees in Kenya. What did I do instead? I went back to our countryside home, and I would milk our only cow and sell the milk in the villages. In the local town, I also sold charcoal and firewood for cooking. This is considered the lowest of vocations, especially for someone with a high university degree. It wasn't easy. My family was so poor. My parents and the community looked to me with very high expectations, and especially for someone with a university degree. The only option I had at that time was to run away from Kenya. So, where did I have to run to? I had to run to America. On the day I was leaving, I also this party was attended by about 200 or so villagers who came to pray for me and see me off. My application and coming to America was facilitated by a professor who used to bring the students on study abroad programs to our village. In the US, I ran to graduate schools in Ohio, Oklahoma, and Missouri. It would be about 10 years of graduate studies before completion. The final run to graduate school occurred at the University of Missouri, Columbia. Having attained a doctorate, I found a job as a professor at Wiley College, which is a historically black college and university in Texas. What did I do? I ran to Texas and was running in Texas for the next 4 years. Now, while in Texas, I heard about the University of New Mexico in Albuquerque. And what did I do next? I left Texas running to Albuquerque. For the next 4 years, I worked at UNM as a research scientist from 2016 to 2022. Now, together with my family, we have lived in Albuquerque ever since. My children, Belinda and Morgan, attend Atrisco Heritage and George I. Sanchez, respectively. Now, sometime in 2022, I answered a call from the city of Albuquerque and again ran to the Office of Equity and Inclusion. I am now working as a race and ethnicity data analyst. My job is very interesting. It involves advising policymakers to make decisions based on some of the data that the city collects. Now, working in a policy-making environment has been one of my childhood dreams, as I have had the opportunity to work with communities, city legislators, and also other stakeholders in bringing about change to the much desired areas in our city. For example, since 2022, I have worked with others, especially in the transit department, to make others be able to use the free buses that run the city around. I am even on the poster advocating for people to use free rides around the city. This is one of my favorite things to have contributed to in this city. As an immigrant, working on improving the quality of life in our communities brings great honor and satisfaction to my life. And I'm here with all of you to celebrate the World Refugee Day 2024. Now, if there's anyone out there, I was watching, listening to my run story. This is a testament that America can make and remake dreams for immigrants like it did for me. We know what we ran from. Right now, we are running towards better healthcare, education, jobs, and above all, happiness. It has been an amazing 22 years now that I've lived in America. I get to visit Kenya every year, but I don't run to Kenya. When I get to Kenya, I'm walking. I love Albuquerque, and I still run. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Dear friends, let me invite Rasul Abdel Fattah, Director of Refugee Program from Catholic Charity.
Good evening, everyone. Catholic Charities is here today to celebrate World Refugee Day and to honor all the refugees around the globe. Our vision is to honor the human dignity. Refugee Support Center is one of the agency's departments and aims to help all the refugees build empathy and understanding of their difficulty and recognize their resilience in rebuilding their lives. Our center's mission is to provide refugee families with a warm and welcoming environment. Refugee Support Center offers a wide range of educational programs to help people gain new skills, knowledge, and language proficiency. We want to empower you to succeed in your new environment and build a brighter future for yourself and your families. But it doesn't stop there. We are also here to support your personal growth and self-confidence. We are fostering leadership skills too. We want you to be influential voices in your society, advocating for your right and shaping decision-making processes. Your input matters, and we are here to help you to make a difference. Lastly, I would like to offer my deep gratitude to the city of Albuquerque for hosting this event and giving space to all of the refugee people and refugee agencies to be here today, holding their hands together to celebrate and honor this big event and support the people who came over all the world to this new community seeking for a better life. مساء الخير جميعاً. الجمعيات الخيرية الكاثوليكية متواجدة هنا اليوم للاحتفال بيوم اللاجئ العالمي ولتكريم جميع اللاجئين في جميع أنحاء العالم، ورؤيتنا هي احترام الكرامة الإنسانية. يعد مركز دعم اللاجئين أحد أقسام هذه الوكالة ويهدف إلى مساعدة جميع اللاجئين على بناء التعاطف والتفهم للصعوبات التي يواجهونها والاعتراف بقدرتهم على الصمود في إعادة بناء. تتمثل مهمة مركزنا في توفير بيئة دافئة ومرحبة للعائلات اللاجئة. يقدم مركز دعم اللاجئين مجموعة واسعة من البرامج التعليمية لمساعدة الأشخاص على اكتساب مهارات جديدة ومعارف واتقان اللغة. نريد تمكينكم من النجاح في بيئتكم الجديدة وبناء مستقبل أكثر إشراقاً لأنفسكم ولعائلاتكم. لكنها لا تتوقف عند هذا الحد. نحن هنا أيضاً لدعم نموك الشخصي وثقتك بنفسك. نحن نعزز مهارات القيادة أيضاً. نريدكم أن تكونوا أصواتاً مؤثرة في مجتمعكم الجديد وتدافعون عن حقوقكم وتشكلون عمليات صنع القرار. مشاركاتكم مهمة ونحن هنا لمساعدتك على إحداث التغيير. أخيراً، أود أن أعرب عن امتناني العميق لمدينة ألبوكوركي لاستضافة هذا الحدث وإعطاء المساحة لجميع اللاجئين ووكالات اللاجئين للتواجد هنا اليوم يداً بيد معاً للاحتفال بهذا الحدث الكبير وتكريمه ودعم الناس الذين جاءوا من كل أنحاء العالم إلى هذا المجتمع الجديد باحثين عن حياة أفضل. شكراً لكم جميعاً. رسل عبد الفتاح، مديرة مركز اللاجئين في الجمعيات الخيرية الكاثوليكية.
Thank you so much, Russell. Now I would like to invite and speak on the stage Anna Levchuk. She will tell us her story as Ukrainian refugee since the war started in Ukraine. She's here with her family, with little kid, and with elder parents.
Hi everyone, my name is Anna Levchuk. I'm a refugee from Ukraine and director of non-profit organization Ukrainian Americans of New Mexico. Through undertaken process of cross international borders, some refugees are often found to leave everything behind, carrying only the minimal clothing and possessions with the plan to find safety and heaven in a different country. World Refugee Day shines a light on the right needs and dreams of refugees, helping to mobilize political will and resources so refugees can not only survive, but thrive. Refugees play a role in the globe, as when they are positioned to have access to the legal employment opportunities in their host country. These inclusions in society create more diverse in culture and multiculturalization, which provides the community with the opportunity to learn from each other. Refugees pay billions of dollars in taxes annually and demonstrate a remarkable entrepreneurial spirit with high rates of business ownership, citizenship, entertainment, and home ownership. 2024 HHS study estimates that refugees and exiles have contributed $581 billion in taxes to government at all levels over a 15-year period. This includes $333 billion in federal taxes and $218 billion in state and local taxes. Our refugee journey was very long and difficult through 3 countries. We were detained in the USA border, our passport mistakenly confiscated, but despite the hardship, we began to rebuild our lives as refugees in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Whenever people are forced to flee, they have a right to be protected. Everyone has a right to be safe. Together, we can achieve anything. Having myself gone through the hardship of refugee experience, I continue to support and send aid back to Ukraine, together with our nonprofit organization, Ukrainian Americans of New Mexico. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. I would like to introduce and invite to the stage Billy Jetti, data risk analyst for the Office of Equity and Inclusion. Sorry, we're going to switch to Richard. Bill is not here.
The very last one.
Okay, we have Richard Pierce, and he's Groundwork Studios.
Hi, so I'm Richard Peirce. I'm with Groundwork Studios. We are a landscape architecture and planning firm. And you may be asking yourself, why are you standing up here when everybody else is a refugee and I'm not? It is because a year ago, we started work with Asian community leaders, including New Mexico Asian Family Center, Asian Business Collaborative, and a number of individual Asian leaders to work with the city and the state on creating an Asian Pacific Islander Native Hawaiian Center. So we've been at this for essentially a year. The project itself started just over 40 years ago. So in 1984 was the first time that the Asian community went to the city and said, hey, we need a cultural or a community center, and we finally have it underway. So as of today, we have $1.8 million awarded by the federal government and the state to continue work on getting an Asian center, but we need the Asian community and African communities to come to the dark green tent and give us information on what you would want a center to include. So 10 years ago, when the city attempted this before, overwhelmingly a cultural center was what the community asked for. So like a performance space and an exhibition space. But then we had our pandemic, COVID came along, and right now the community is asking for a substantial amount of social services to also be included in the center. So because this is a community-driven project, it is not a city or state-driven project. This comes out of community leaders coming to us and coming to the city saying, this is what we want. We really want to make sure that this is a transparent and community-led effort, and so please give us your opinion. We're not asking for your thoughts in only English. We offer our survey and our translators. We have the survey available in 14 languages. They include Japanese, Vietnamese, both simplified and traditional Chinese. We offer it in Korean, Arabic, Farsi, Urdu, Pashto, Tagalog, Thai, Hindi, Gujarati, and we do offer it in English as well. So I'm going to pass the mic on, but please come visit us at the dark green tent. We have really tasty candy, and it's very easy to give your feedback on what you guys think a center should include.
Thank you, Richard. Okay, now is last but not least, we have Rachel Motti, and she will introduce the refugees from United Voices from Newcomer Rights. Yes. Newcomer Rights.
Greetings, everyone. Hi, everyone. Jambo, I'm Jambo.
Hi, my name is Rachel Mwadi. I'm a newcomer youth from the Democratic Republic of Congo. And on this profound occasion of the World Refugee Day, I am deeply honored to address you not only as a representative for United Voices for Newcomer Rights, a nonprofit organization here in Albuquerque, but also as a refugee youth who has dedicated myself to serving our community. And my personal journey, like that of many others, underscores the resilience and strength that refugees embody every day. To all refugees worldwide, I extend my heartfelt gratitude and admiration. Your courage in the face of unimaginable challenges, your determination to rebuild you and your families' lives, and your unwavering hope for a better future inspire me deeply and drive the work that we do at UVNR. As a refugee youth, I intimately understand the complexities and opportunities that come with starting anew in a foreign land. At UVNR, we stand as a beacon to support and advocate. Sorry. Well, that was a typo. At UVNR, we stand as a beacon to support and advocate for refugees, immigrants, asylum seekers, and all newcomers to the United States. Founded in 2015, UVNR has been at the forefront of empowering newcomers by providing essential resources and guidance to navigate the intricate system they encounter. We are proud to speak 12 different languages, including Swahili, Kinyarwanda, Kirundi, Pashto, Dari, Arabic, Spanish, French, ensuring that language is never a barrier to accessing vital support services. We have 6 programs. We have 6 program areas, including newcomer mentoring, pathways, interpretation and translation, youth empowerment, which if you guys have youth, you should talk to me because I'm in charge of that. System change efforts and reframe. We also work in partnership with the University of New Mexico to encourage cultural exchange and advocacy between families and UNM students. This is a step in creating Albuquerque. Our mission at UVNR extends beyond mere assistance. We are committed to cultivating holistic support in education, economics, culture, social integration, and both physical and mental health. In partnership with newcomers, we strive to foster systemic change that promotes that promotes well-being and integration into their new communities. Today, as we celebrate World Refugee Day, let us reaffirm our collective commitment to standing in solidarity with refugees everywhere. Let us continue to advocate for their rights, support their integration, and amplify their voices in shaping inclusive communities where everyone can thrive. Thank you to all the refugees for your extraordinary courage, resilience, and unwavering spirit. Your journeys enrich us all, and together with UVNR, we will continue to work tirelessly to ensure that every newcomer has the opportunity to build a brighter future. We have a table back there. The sign is all the way back there. Hi, Indica. I see you, girl. We have a table back there, so come get some of our information, and we're also doing some donation-based henna back there with Taz. So if you want to get some henna done on your arm, you can go back there. So for all the individuals that are interested in working or assisting our newcomer families, there's unlimited ways to do so. This can be through volunteering, engaging with families, donation, and financially. Let's empower our refugee families together and create a much better and welcoming Albuquerque. Thank you. I would like to also use this opportunity. Bafia bangu muko wapi wakati yenu inafika? Mujikaribisha muzogee tu mbele mbele. I would like to use this opportunity to welcome my DRC girls who are going to perform for us today. Yeah, so you guys, if you have never seen African dance, use this opportunity to watch these girls do their best work. Thank you so much.
Thanks God. On m'a dit. Thanks God. On m'a dit laisse, c'est pas pour toi. La musique c'est pour ceux qui font cours à l'INSAC. Ça a été dur, ah ce crois-moi. Y'a des gens qui sont prêts à tout pour te rendre plat. Mais escargot cogne pas caillou. Jamais, jamais, jamais. Je suis allé jusqu'au bout du chemin, chemin, chemin. Maintenant je suis là. Ouais je suis là. Ouais je suis là. Et tu veux prendre ma place? Non je suis jamais prêt. Jamais prêt. Et toi Lago, oui 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 toi, tu m'as largué dans les moments où ça n'allait pas. Moi qui avais mis ma gamme sur toi, tu m'as donné un de ces gourmands qu'on ne vit qu'une fois. Mais escargot cogne pas caillou, jamais, jamais, jamais. Je suis allé jusqu'au bout du chemin, chemin, chemin. Maintenant je suis là. Ouais je suis là. Ouais je suis là. Et tu veux revenir? Non je suis jamais prêt. Je suis jamais prêt. Allez-y dire à tous mes rageux, je suis jamais prêt. Laissez tomber, je suis jamais prêt. Oh oh, je suis jamais prêt. Oh oh, allez-y dire à tous ces pétasses, je suis jamais prêt. De dégager la place, je suis jamais prêt. Yeah yeah, je suis jamais prêt. Yeah yeah, non je suis jamais prêt. Je suis jamais prêt. Shadow Chris Beat.
Venez le 27, 28 novembre au concert. Oh, elle a mangé 4 boules d'enchèque. On est choqué. Gamatigi même étonné. Tu dis que t'as là. On est choqué. Même ton côté. Venez le 27, 28 novembre au concert. Oh, elle a mangé 4 boules d'enchèque. On est choqué. Gamatigi même étonné. Tu dis que t'as là. On est choqué. Même ton côté en vogue. Tu dis que c'est ta CP. On est choqué. Même hypocrisie. Elle dit elle fait pas d'ajo. On est choqué. Salamand la cherche un couteau.
Toutes les petites filles en orange chauve. Femme bateau, on est étonné. Affairage d'internet, tu portes plainte. Diffamation, même étonné. Gagné fait bravade à la côté Zando. Pédécalé, même étonné. Pédécalé. mariage, la même est étonnée.
Elle dit que c'est où son jazz, qu'elle s'habille chez lui. Y'a piscine dans sa voiture, même le mensonge a crié. Il dit qu'il est américain, on croit pas. Même Joe Biden, ça ne s'est pas passionnel, on croit pas. Oh, Joe Bala, je connais le gars là, il doit bouche ouverte. Donc il est toujours ébahi. Si tu me plais pas, il te laisse. Moi je fais pas de laisse. Il dit qu'il n'est pas content. Même sans clavier, elle voulait me faire bisous. Ça bouche sans. Oh, elle a mangé 4 boules d'achèque. On est choqué. Gabatigi me fait étonné. Tu dis que ça là. On est choqué. Même pas quand on voit. Tu dis que c'est assez fait. On est choqué. Elle dit qu'elle fait pas d'ajo. On est choqué. Et Abidjan ici, elle dit qu'elle est fière. Elle a chéri. Même son père tout. Elle est paniquée. Il dit sa petite ne voit pas le piment tout le marché. Elle a chicoté. Il est musulman donc il dit il voit pas. Même son libre est étonné. C'est le mutant toi-même tu connais. C'est le seul qui va te déranger. Venez le 27, 28 novembre, bon concert. Venez le 27, 28 novembre, bon concert.
Sawa, asante sana.
C'est des chiffres 10 000.
Ça fait quoi?
40.
Ça fait quoi?
50.
Ça fait quoi?
Hey, Nabil Balo.
Y'a quoi? Tu veux quoi? Y'a quoi? Y'a des quais? Allez, tiens ça!
Bougez à gauche. Bougez à droite.
Nuage noir.
Venez poser ça. Abracadabra, Mokondo, c'est le Mokondo.
Le diamant noir. Adama Big Togo.
Mokondo, c'est le Mokondo.
Sarah Solo. L'homme fort, très fort, trop fort. Sidi Mohamed Kanyasi. PDG, Envo McDonald's. Président de la Croix connaît. Tacha la Blanche. Puyol, le Barcelonais.
Laissez-les pas passer. Laissez-les pas passer. Laissez-les pas passer. Laissez-les pas passer. Les gars, crie. Descends, crie.
Combien c'est 5500 fort.
Qui veut bouger? Bougez à gauche, bougez à droite. Tenez position.
Sénateur Mirle Sefa.
Équilibré, ça le mogo. Allez, c'est mogo. Ça fait les danseurs, le mogo.
Hey.
Mogo. Ah, mogo. Le roi 12-12. Les magas. Bougana bébé, c'est à home. Y'a qui bénie, chante de ma folie. Elle a la soupière. Sigue Tamiogo. Ablamon déjà est bâtili. Président Samuel Leto, viens m'envoyer. Mouché Yeo, MVP. Moko, c'est les Mongana. Moko, Moko, Koulouyaka, formateur. Mokondo, Mongodo, Mokondo, Mongodo, Mokondo, Mongodo, Mokodo, c'est les Mongodo. Fidel Castro, BKF Group, fort. Jojo Ngonda Imen. Ambassadeur, Sangare Sidiki Boubacar.
يا جميل الروح يا ملفت يا ذا الخدين، لو تارك بشوفك انا من وش لغت لك يا ما تغلى روحي يا بات تسمعني كحل العار، يا حضن وشعب وبلا وانا حرب ودي، يا صبرة 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 يا روحي وربي على صبرة، كل حزن على خسرة يا قلبي صبرة 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 يا روحي وربي على صبرة، كل حزن على خسرة يا قلبي عيونك عم قاتل وانت عيونك تقتلني، لا لا تقبرني، عيونك عم قاتل وانت عيونك تقتلني، لا برحت امانة وعيونها تقبرني، لو تراب انا لي كمان، لو تصوت انا لي كمان، لو تناز انا بعد كمان، بالله بالله بس ضليان، لو تراب انا لي كمان، لو تصوت انا لي كمان، لو تناز انا بعد كمان، بالله بالله بس ضليان. يلا يلا قلبي عليها يا ماما يا ماما، لك يا ماما ترمي بديها حمل الجبال، يا ماما يا ماما. صبرة صبرة يا روحي وربي على صبرة، كل حزن على خسرة يا قلبي سبات، يا صبرة صبرة يا روحي وربي على صبرة، كل حزن على خسرة يا قلبي سبات. مع صمت الهدوء الله بعد لي اياكي يا صمت الورود، لشد تحدي مع صمت الهدوء الله بعد لي اياكي يا صمت الورود، مع قلبي بدقة لو ما كان العمر بقى، انتي وهمه كم زقة، وحق الرب معيش ولا دقة، مع قلبي بدقة لو ما كان العمر بقى، انتي وهم كم زقة، وحق الرب معيش ولا دقة.
taking picture? Raise your hand. Who's taking picture for us? All right. Okay. I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3. We say 1 Albuquerque. Yep. All right. Ready,